Welcome to the Quick Sub F1 podcast. My name is Nyasha, and you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. Joining me, as ever, is the ever popular, ever fabulous, ever wonderful. It is the one, the only Thandie Sabanda.
Thank you very much.
How's it going?
Great, thanks, mate. How are you?
Absolutely stunning.
Good.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Feeling good, feeling great, feeling booked and busy.
Feeling great.
Feeling
Booked and
great,
busy,
feeling good.
per. That is us.
That is us. We can get into that at the end. But thank you for watching. If you're watching, make sure to give us a like and a subscribe. If you're listening on Spotify, give us a 5-star rating. If you're on Apple, make sure to leave a review. And of course, there's this Patreon for the ad-free streaming. Azerbaijan Grand Prix. In the
Baku.
words of Jay-Z, Baku, every day a star is born.
Platform.
And one person who deserves all the applause, one person who deserves all the accolades. You know what? Fuck that. Don't piss me off. They tried to sun him. They tried to little boy. They tried to give him the contracts that take 100% royalties. They said, we need your publishing, royalties, tour, merch. They tried to give him the bad boy contract. He said, not today.
Your student finance. Let's take it all.
Take it all. We will take it all. But he said no. And we saw, ironically, given that his manager's social media name is Aussie Grit, we saw a lot of that from none other than the boy wonder Oscar Piastri. Thandie, as someone who declared quite a long time after the race, actually, almost like you were watching the race on Internet Explorer, that Oscar, like 3 hours after the race.
Watching it, you guys. Is that why I didn't get many likes?
Like 3 hours after the race, Oscar Piastri hive we up.
This man keeps his comments to himself all weekend. He's been marinating on that one. He's like, yeah. And then now he just wants to pick it up on me. Get away. Piastri hive we live. And then I know you saw the comment underneath.
I didn't know. I saw like the 10 likes.
Like I know. Yeah, but the best 10 likes. My girl Tasha was in there. Just leave me alone, yeah?
Okay,
someone commented, I know that ain't who I think it is.
Oh, so really?
Stop that. Don't start that agenda because no.
What? Do they think that you're not Oscar Hive?
People think I'm not Oscar Hive just because I've said I like Lando Norris. Like, please. Let's be mature. Let's go back to previous episodes. Let's even go back to when Oscar joined Formula One and he was up his ass. So no, don't try that, sir. And I thought it was gonna get makes sense why people didn't like it. Oh.
We've all gone home, bro.
You saw it and you didn't retweet it.
Why am I we're all moved on. The party's done. Like, do you know what I mean? You're the one like, yo, where are we going? We're going after party. No, we're going home.
Party's done, Tan. Finished ages ago. Oh. Yeah, I was giving Internet Explorer. I'm so sorry. Where was I? Oh, yeah, I was on the way back. Yeah, I was on the way back from a party, actually. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I did see that. I was like, well, fair play. But, well, look, you are Oscar Hive. You are live. Give me your thoughts on Oscar Piastri's performance because it's one that's got everyone talking.
Yeah, man. Oscar Piastri Hive, we are live, as I have said. Let's trademark that one before they jump on it. But I think obviously we've all been in the conversation of what is going on with the Papaya. What direction are we going? And so it was very much a free for all. And this is what the fuck free for all means. It means jumping on an opportunity and being like, well, I'm going to take that opportunity. If you can't make it, if you can't follow behind, let's go. I'm doing it either way. And love that for him.
Yeah. Like we mentioned Lando, and it's ironic that in a weekend where I think just after we finished recording on the Thursday, I think the next day or whenever, like the Wednesday we did the recording, and then on Thursday, Zach Brown comes out and says that they will be enforcing team orders. If Piastri needs to help Oscar, he needs to help Oscar, help Lando, he needs to help Lando. And it's ironic that on that weekend, that very weekend, Lando Norris struggles to get, he qualifies in 17th, fails to get out of Q1 due to a mix-up between like the yellow flag. Should he have stopped? Did he need to slow down X, Y, Z? And Oscar Piastri sticks it on the front row.
Whams it on the front row. Let's go.
Whams it on the front row. Like, incredible.
Put some respect on the boy's name this weekend. Everything should be exaggerated because that is what he chose to do this weekend. So let's not say sit on the weekend. Let's not say he put it in. He whammed it. He obliterated it. Respect on his name.
Join. Yeah, I guess. What is the potential of this boy? What are we looking at right now? Because this is his second season in F1. He has won 2 races this season. I think he won a sprint race last season, right? So we're looking at someone who, and again, we're talking about pedigree. He won F3 first season. He won F2 first season. Only other people to have done that recently
pedigree is a gorgeous word.
Pedigree.
Jeez, Lord. Love that.
Yeah. So only other people to do that recently are George Russell and Charles Leclerc. Race winners in top seats. Obviously, now, Oscar Piastri, race winner in a top seat. I think it might be too late for him this season, unfortunately, to challenge for a world title. But I guess if you had to put money on it, if you had to back one person, Papaya Rules, Hell in a Cell match, World Driver Championship next year, Lando Norris or Oscar Piastri. Who are you backing? Who are you taking?
I'm backing Oscar Piastri. Don't jump on me. Don't jump me.
No.
Yeah, I'm backing Oscar Piastri. Just because Oscar's just got a certain drive that Lando lacked. And I think Oscar's got a certain poise that Lando lacks.
Yeah. I don't doubt that. Like, I think, you know what? I'm going to still say Lando Norris.
Okay.
Because I think it's under, you look at his drive today from 15th to 4th, obviously very lucky with what happened with Sainz and Perez. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But I still think there's incredible pace there from Lando. But you're right. It is the mental fortitude of this guy. He seems unflappable. He seems brave when decisions need to be taken. He seems headstrong. He doesn't seem to let bad incidents, races, qualifying get to him. It's just, he'll qualify 6th or something like, let's have fun tomorrow. Like, do you mean there won't be any like? I think there was
Sorry, go on.
No, after you.
No, I hate to even bring it in, but when a certain driver first came into Formula One, there was a lot of hype and wonder and love around him. And there was a lot of expectation of who this child would be in Formula One in the next few years. Unfortunately, this child is not who this child was supposed to be or poised to be. And I think Oscar Piastri is who this child thinks he was at that time. And that child is obviously George Russell. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, who could it be?
Yeah, it's George Russell. I think when George came in, there was a split decision of, is he that guy? Is he going to be the new coming? And, Oscar Piastri is more of that than George Russell is for me personally.
Oh. You know what? How do I put this? It's a really good point. It's a good point. It's a good point you've made there. I've never actually done the comparison between the two. And I think, given that they both won F3, both won F2, obviously George was in an awful car for 3 years, so I guess we'll never truly know.
yeah.
And obviously, you look at the Mercedes
But it's not
now,
even
obviously.
about being in an awful car. You've mentioned stuff about losing out on races and still coming and showing forward for the team. And you can still be in a shit car, but also show such good sportsmanship, and you can show a certain level of just awareness and self-awareness for what you can do right and what you can do wrong and what you can do for the next race. But I think without sounding completely rude, George has never showed us that. He lacks to show us that. And when he does show us that, it's only when he's winning. We only see a side of George that we like when he is happy. But when he is sad, we don't like him because of the way that he acts. And with Oscar, he's an all-round liker at the moment. He's a likable lad. He likes his team. He's good to his teammates. So
yeah, I can't fault that at all. I don't think you're wrong in that sense at all. I think, and I guess, look, let's take it back to the race, because I want to tie it in with what you just said there. I was saying on another podcast, big up the Monoplaza podcast, that was a lovely podcast, and make sure you check that out when that comes out. We were talking about this race, and I like to call it the Nyasha kiss of death, or like the kiss of life, that I give a race where I tweet after like 10 laps or so, God, this racetrack is so dry, what a dry race. And then all of a sudden it like bursts into life, and you're like, wow,
what's going on? That's Nyasha.
Yeah. Pretty much. So I think with this race, it's been so long since we've had, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but start to finish, two drivers basically following each other around, lap after lap after lap after lap, going basically as fast as they can until no tire preservation, no fuel saving, no offset strategies, same tires, same strategy, same amount of laps pretty much. Who's quicker, me or you? Who's going to be braver, me or you? And I think for Oscar Piastri to learn from that first stint, when he did max out his tires, and then his engineer said to him, don't do it again, make sure you bring in your tires, let's be a bit more conservative. What does he do? 2 laps into the second stint, sends it down the inside, and then he wins the race, and that wins him the race, alongside another thing which we will get back to with Lando. I just think the maturity that was on show, but it wasn't just the maturity, the concentration levels, the skill levels, the bravery, the defense. I couldn't tell you the last time, if that was George Russell in that position, 100% he makes a mistake, he puts it in the wall, he locks his tires.
Yeah.
The tires go naff because he's not done any. And you know what I mean?
Plays the blame
now,
game.
obviously, we could, look, and I guess some would point to Belgium. I would say that that's a good example, but that's one example with an illegal car out of how many examples of this guy nerfing himself. And I don't want to just put this on George. I guess what I want to say is, with Oscar, the level of driving that we saw on Sunday, the level of maturity was so beyond the experience that he has in this sport. And I just think, for me, this was a star-making performance. And I think this confirmed, we were talking about that F1 merry-go-round of where's Max going to go? Is he going to go Mercedes? Is he going to go Aston Martin potentially? I always thought that Red Bull, if that happened, they're knocking on Lando's door. I think that performance today or yesterday, I think why wouldn't you go for Oscar?
Yeah.
He's younger, he's more level-headed, he's
easy to work with, he's got potential.
I don't know. I don't want to shit on Lando, because we could be looking at Lando as a world champion.
No, I don't want to shit on Lando either. It doesn't make sense for me to come on this podcast and shit on Lando after I've been taking I've been taking gunshots to the head for Lando, yeah. I've been taking shit for Lando, yeah. But I know when to pick my battles, and I know when somebody shows good performance and when they don't. And unfortunately, like, you know, I'm like, it's not that Lando didn't show great performance today. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
over the weekend, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, Oscar Piastri Hive, we live.
We are live.
That's
we
it.
are live indeed. That's it.
Yeah,
No, that's it. And I guess on Lando Norris, sorry,
Yeah.
let me just get up the points, F1 table. So Lando Norris is currently, according to my maths, that is 59 points behind Max Verstappen.
59.
59 points with 7 races to go, and I think we've still got, I want to say, 3 sprint races.
Okay.
2024. So there's still, United States, Qatar, Brazil. So it's on for Lando Norris right now. It's on.
That boy is sat in his house steaming. He's steaming.
Yeah,
I can tell.
This was obviously an opportunity lost for Lando, but I think he still finished ahead of Max. He's still got those points. That gap now, you know, in 7 races to go, 59 points. So he needs over 8 points a race. And obviously you've got 8 points a weekend, whether that's through the sprint races.
Okay.
He needs over 8 points. So he needs like 8 points, 7 points.
Okay.
Let me ask you now, with everything that's going on, with how quick McLaren are, with, you know, the Oscar Piastri thing, the Charles Leclerc thing that seems to be happening, Mercedes, who know when they might pop up. Verstappen this weekend was slower than Checo Perez throughout the whole weekend.
Checo Perez.
And we'll get to Checo shortly. But do you think Lando Norris can do it, essentially? Do you think
every single weekend? And
I know, but
I understand because it does keep just changing. If he set his head straight, if I was Lando's management, his mentor, his sensei, I would tell him to lock in, kiddo, because this is where you need to really lock in. You need to change your diet. You need to make sure you're taking melatonin. You're having the serotonin in the morning, just so you wake up in a good mood. Because Lando always does well when he's in a good mood. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes off everyone else. Keep your eyes off Piastri. Follow team orders.
Yes.
Don't let your ego come into this. You can do it, but it's only you who's going to sabotage yourself in this. No one else. The team's not going to sabotage you. Oscar's not going to sabotage you because Oscar's the type of teammate who does not give a fuck. There's teammates who do give a fuck. Oscar don't give a fuck. Okay, Oscar's just happy to be there and he's doing his thing and he's doing it so well. But I think Lando will always be the one who gets in front of himself and ruins it for himself. So if he does that, locks in, kiddo, we could have a champion.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what the odds are.
We could. You know,
I'm willing to bet everything I own on Lando Norris becoming world champion. Everything I own. I've seen enough. And it's not because
Can you hear us? Can Tasha hear us?
I wanted to bet everything I have right now. You heard it here first. You know what? You know when they're like, when's Barack gonna endorse Kamala? This, that. Nyasha Sakatuko, I'm endorsing Lando Norris because of what I'm seeing over there at Red Bull. They're finished.
You girls like to tussle, but I said it weeks ago. You girls like to tussle, but I said it weeks ago. Gunshot, please. Gunshot,
okay,
please.
no, I got you. I got you.
Like to tussle.
I got you. Do you want an air horn?
Like to tussle. Yeah.
Don't piss me off.
Yeah. Anyway.
They're finished. I'm sorry.
Like it's a mess over there.
No, I'm gonna read you a quote that I saw. Where is it? Christian Horner. Very funny quote from Christian Horner. Okay, here we go. A question Horner reveals the first mistake made in development appears to be the floor upgrade in Barcelona 2023. We traced back the development history, and it turned out that the first mistake occurred to us with a floor upgrade in Barcelona in 2023. That was also the Grand Prix where Checo started to have problems with the car. We just didn't take it so seriously because Max went on to win that race.
It was Checo. You didn't take it seriously because it was Checo. Anyway, go on, please continue.
That was it. Like, does he think we're stupid? Like, do you think the car? Oh no, the car was so bad that we did this thing, and then we won like 18 out of the remaining 19 races, and God, we must have just done this poor thing. It was definitely nothing to do with some illegal brake bias.
It's nothing to do with us cheating. No.
You lot are finished. And you know why they're finished? It's because even if that is true, let me tell you, from someone who supports a team who have no clue what they're doing with their car, you can trace it back as far as you want. It's all good thinking you know what the problem is. Okay, cool. Fix it now.
I'm the nosy neighbor. I drew back my curtains. I noticed your husband hasn't been sleeping at home. I noticed that suitcase he took and put it back into the freaking suit. I saw it all. There's something odd going off. The grass has not been cut for a few weeks now. Something's off in that house, you know? The bins, they're overflowing, you know?
Yeah.
The Christmas decor is not decoring. I'm onto you.
No. No. We know. We know. I'm seeing people knock at your door. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are asking where you are.
Wait, how about that little spat we heard the other day? Was that just the dog? It wasn't the dog. Guys were arguing.
Walls.
Yeah.
What's going on? Not all paradise.
Not all paradise. Not all paradise. Is a mortgage being paid? Is a mortgage being paid? Did he come home last night?
I don't think he did.
He didn't come home.
Didn't come home. Interesting.
Well,
interesting.
In the words of Luther Vandross, a home is not a... Anyway, Thandie, don't butcher it. Don't butcher it. A house is not a home, darling. That's it. A house is not a home.
A house is not a home. Yeah, okay, no, fair play. Well, look.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to a real one.
Yeah.
They're finished. And what is bad is that, look, there's another question I want to ask you as well, actually. But what I want to say is, this guy, Verstappen, all of a sudden is going from winning every race, then going like second, third. This guy's regularly 5th, 6th. If Lando Norris, all he has to do is finish in the top. It doesn't even like this thing with Oscar. As long as he's in the top 2, and then you've got Charles Leclerc, then you've got Carlos Sainz, sometimes George Russell, sometimes Lewis Hamilton. That's 5 drivers that can get between you and Max.
And arguably, like, you've been given it on a plate. This is arguably the most easiest.
It's on a plate.
It is on a plate. Yeah.
Let's say Lando Norris wins.
Yeah.
Right? And then Max Verstappen comes like 5th in one race, right? So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. That's 15 points right there. You'd only need 4 of those races for you to be in the lead. There's 7 to go.
Don't be an idiot.
Just all you've got to do, just be consistent. Just have your car there or thereabouts. Like you say, don't worry about Oscar. Don't worry about Twitch. Don't worry about these Instagram thoughts. Respectfully.
Not the thighs.
Not the 30s. Like, look, they're cool. Look, do you know the caliber of women you get once your world champion goes up? Talk to Lewis Hamilton. These little 30s, you won't even be worried about them things anymore. The caliber will go up. You're going to be world champion. You're going to be, you know what? Maybe you'll get that Vogue cover and they won't have to lie on your name and say that you're battling Lewis Hamilton in the style stakes. Maybe you'll actually, do you know what I mean? You'll get a good stylist.
Yeah. Might get invited to the Met Gala.
Met Gala. Do you know what I mean? your life will upgrade. But all you got to do is lock in. This is what I was saying to you. Know what? Yeah, you know what you say to your siblings, yeah, when they're doing their exams and that, and you're like, "Have you revised?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah." I'm like, "Bro, I don't give a fuck if you've revised or not. It doesn't affect my life. It's your life, bro. It's your life. Whether you win the championship or not, I don't care. I've endorsed you. I've said some shit that's wrong in the past, but I'm saying to you now, you will not have a better opportunity to get your first world title than what we're looking at right now with the decline of that team. Let me ask you something now. Actually, you're not as militant. I'm seeing people online saying that Verstappen needs to lock in because they can't have a Norris world championship. And I think...
Is that Team LH?
Yeah.
I knew it.
And I
Team
think...
LH and me have been weird recently.
I'm just like... You know, you're like... Sometimes I feel like some of you are forgetting your roots.
Yeah.
Like, some of you are forgetting... Like, and I think some of you, respectfully, weren't around in 2021. Like, I don't think you guys were in the trenches with us in 21. Because if you were in the trenches with us in 2021,
you'd still be getting therapy right now, like the rest of us. Yeah,
bruv,
you'd still be dyeing the grey hairs that came from that one year, that one race.
Bro,
yeah.
I don't even want to. I don't like even when I say 2020. Oh God, I get like shivers down my soul.
I was told to breathe through it. I was told to breathe through it. That's what my therapist said.
Yeah, no, like woosa,
woosa,
woosa, woosa.
Some of you guys weren't outside, and I can tell.
You weren't outside.
You'd have
because let me tell you now. So like I feel like because maybe it was like, you know, Verstappen's just won and or whatever. Like the hate cannot. Don't retract the hate. Look, Lando Norris is an idiot. Yes, he said some disrespectful things about Lewis Hamilton. Fine. Just Verstappen said we need to check Lewis Hamilton's hair for drugs. He said he was taking drugs.
He said check them little dreads for
some braids. Check them dreads. We said we need a hair sample.
How racist that is. Guys, I'm sorry, like, clock it. It's funny, but it's bare racist. Like, it's bare offensive.
Bro,
almost
like,
as bad as when they said Zendaya had them locks and it smelled like chips. Someone said she smells like chips and weed. It's almost it's the same. They said it on Fashion Police. R.I.P. Joan Rivers.
No.
It's racist as fuck, guys. Okay.
No, like honestly, like we can't. We cannot do any of that. Anyway. What I wanted to say was, yes, guys, like, let's get back to our roots, okay? Like, we cannot forget what was going on, how the hate, the Red Bull fight. You don't want to see... Look.
You guys...
Lando fans are inconsequential, respectfully. They're not outside. They're not about, right? And him getting one world championship, we've still got 7/8, however you want to look for it. That's inconsequential. Verstappen getting 4. Look, what do you want to see? Do you want to see Verstappen winning a 4th? Or do you want to see Verstappen bottling a 4th, bro? Like, and death by 1,000 cuts. Just each race, it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Oh my God. I'm getting goosebumps just...
kind of get me all excited and start...
I'll put that in a bottle and drink it. Oh my God. So anyway, that's what I'm saying. Chris has asked, is there a world where Leclerc gets it? He's mathematically in it. I'd rather Leclerc win it. F1 table. So,
you know what?
Leclerc...
I love you. You dream a lot. You're a dreamer.
Yeah, I mean, look, Leclerc is what?
I hear it, Chris.
80?
Yeah.
135? 88. 88 points. Like, I could do the math. 88 points. So, look, no. It's not happening. It's not happening,
I'm sorry,
guys.
Chris. Like, I wish it too. Like, it would be lovely, but no.
It would be lovely, but it would require Lando Norris to also not be in the equation. And look, like, you know what? Maybe I'll be wrong, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll be wrong, okay? Maybe Lando Norris will bottle it. But if I'm McLaren, I'm still putting if Oscar Piastri is in front of Lando Norris and Lando Norris is in front of Max Verstappen and they can swap them, I'm saying they need to swap those two immediately. Let's not fuck about. Let's not get gassed about what happened yesterday. There's a championship at stake. Those are my thoughts. I know others will disagree. I know there'll be people in the comments, but I'm just saying, look, I'm all in on someone other than Max Verstappen winning this title. Respectfully to the Verstappen fans who watch this with hate in their heart, love in their heart, guys, like, I don't want to see success for Red Bull. That is like, and look, that doesn't mean I don't want. It doesn't mean I don't wish you personally, Red Bull fans, like in your personal life, I wish you all the happiness and success
with your
and
jackets
love,
and your
and with your jackets and your caps and your skinny jeans and
your excellent marketing campaigns where they have like drivers going like people on motorbikes.
They chucked a man off the moon or something, wherever he jumped off.
Their recent one, I saw it today, is some moving trains and there's loads of ramps and it's like a motorbike, a motocross guy, and he's just doing tricks as he goes from each carriage. Do you know how sick that is?
That's
Those
incredible.
people are crazy.
We actually did a video for Red Bull. We filmed a house party. I had oh my God, is this online? We did a house party for Red Bull, and like they filmed it. Oh my God, is it here? Is this the one? I think this is it. Oh no, is this it? Wait, hold on. It is. Oh my God, I'm gonna send it to you. I think you can see there's a little clip of me dancing.
Send it to Chris so he can put a little clip. He can find the clip of you dancing, please.
Yeah.
We're gonna put me and the freaking rolling pin. We're gonna put you at the house party off your nut.
Did you see it? Did you see it? He's 78 points and Lando is 59. I think it's a pedaled. Oh, that's something else. Yeah. So, a pedal bike. Yeah. That's the video. 78 points. Guys, that's 3 race wins. Like, it's too much. Like, we're talking about he'd need to, over the next 7 races, he'd need to close by like what? Over 11 points a race.
Yeah.
Notwithstanding that there's 2 McLarens that are probably faster than him. I just don't think it's possible. But next season, Ferrari. But anyway, look.
Are the Brazilians back on Twitter?
I don't think they left.
Okay. Yeah, do a prayer circle, but do a tactical prayer, guys. We need to do a tactical prayer.
Well, I don't know. The fan base is split right now. We need unity in this. We need unity in this cult.
There's no unity in our cult recently, because everyone's a bit mad. Everyone's we don't know what side we're on, who we should be backing. We all need to be one unit, guys. We all need to decide. We need to pick a side and stay there. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I know who I blame for this, but the Twitter, Team LH. Team LH Twitter is a dark place, bro. I blame you lot. You guys are scary. I saw peace at MotoGP Twitter.
You keep going on about this fucking
it was so
MotoGP.
peaceful. It was so peaceful. Those people are so nice.
Anyway, look. One thing that was not peaceful was the incident between Checo Perez and Carlos Sainz.
I saw your poll.
Thandie, you saw the poll? Oh, yeah.
Saw your poll.
Yeah, I forgot about that. What would you have voted on the poll? So just actually, let me tee it up so people know what I'm talking about. I asked one question only. Who was more at fault for the Sainz-Perez incident? Sainz-Perez racing incident. Thandie, what would you have voted?
I did vote and have now since changed my vote since watching the clip 1,000 times over. I voted racing incident. I've since changed it to Sainz's fault. That was Carlos Sainz's fault. Guys,
Oh, now we're debating because I was racing incident, but now I'm Perez's fault.
Really? No,
Yeah,
Nyashi,
100%.
you see Sainz literally go after he's just left. No, Nyash, watch that clip over. Okay. I've never wanted to defend Perez, but Perez was mine. He was so far away from me. It was like almost like Perez is here, Sainz is here, Charles was here. At one point, he was there. The turn was weird. The turn was already weird, so you already know Sainz was on some bullshit. When he fucked up that turn, he was already on some bullshit, right? And Checo is just here, chilling. He's about to keep going forward, and then all of a sudden, Sainz just goes. And you can tell by like Checo's reaction, he's like, what the fuck's he doing? Like, because what was that move? Why did you do that? It was impulsive and strange.
I understand where you're coming from. I understand that. And which is why initially I did think it was a racing incident. My thing with Perez is, so the race, if we're talking about the racing line, Sainz is basically up against the wall. So he's not, at some point, he is going to start drifting over because that's where he needs to go. And he is ahead, right? Like Perez is not like side by side of him. He's behind him considerably. And his front right is by his rear left.
So what you're telling me is you reverse backwards onto him.
I'm saying that the tires, his front right was by Sainz's back left, so he's not alongside him.
Right.
He's still behind him, right? Now, Sainz does drift over, and I think there needs to be an awareness that there is a car there. But the person who has the full picture and the person who could take evasive action and just be a bit more patient is Sergio Perez. I think they're both looking at Charles Leclerc, trying to get Charles Leclerc's slipstream.
Right.
So Sainz is moving across. Perez is right behind Charles. He's not going anywhere. And instead of having peripheral view of each other, they've hit each other. I think Perez is a bit headstrong in that situation. And I just think you could see a man move over. You can see where your wheel is. You can see what's going to happen.
Over, but bottom line is you can see a man towards where you are moving over.
I know, and I get it. And look, I do think it's a racing incident.
What we're talking about, I think more it's a racing incident.
I do think it's a racing incident, but if we had to, if one person has to say like this is what we're doing, then I would say that for me, the lack of evasive action. And you know what? Perez, you have more to lose in that situation, bro. Like you're having the drive of your life. Like you could have got second. You could have that is redemption. That's probably Pardon?
I think at best he would have got fourth.
No, because Charles Leclerc's tires are gone. He's behind him. Sainz. Well, we'll see what would have happened with him and Sainz in the last couple of laps. But those two are fighting over second and third.
Right.
So that's a podium. That's like, right, Red Bull, like, right, we'll sign you for next year. Done. Like, do you know what I mean? You got the result we needed to see. You're signed. Now we're still waiting on a result from you, which justifies them keeping you next year. I just think you know what though? They both got too excited. And the fact that you had Charles Leclerc and Oscar Piastri go toe-to-toe for 30 laps, and these two can't even manage one fucking corner.
And do you know what it is? It's two of the same people. Those two are the same people in their teams. So
habitual line steppers. Habitual. Anyway, let's read out what you guys think, because there was some interesting. There was some interesting quotes. I've put the link there, Thandie, for you if you want to read them. I'm going to go with Lucky Sun's Steve Price. If the rumors are to be believed, the Lucky Suns are doing some, potentially trying to do some business. So we'll see what unfolds with that according to the race. But Lucky Sons, Plan B Studio, he says, the racing line just from the wall over always has, watch any onboards. The white line on the right denotes track limits, as does the solid concrete rule adjacent to it. Sainz never moves left and Perez never turns right. It
Fair
was an
man.
unfortunate collision.
Fair man.
The fair man.
All right, well, I'm going to go with Naz, who's actually on private. Naz M14 has says, Sainz had no business moving all the way across and should have known that since he'd recently defended against Checo, he is around somewhere. But also, Checo saw Sainz move over and in the interest of preserving his own race, should have taken some invasive action. Again, a racing incident.
Yeah, one more from me. Kingsley, Big Black K, says, I actually think Perez, but not because of his actions. Personally, I see it as a racing incident, but in the context of the whole season so far, Checo had so much to lose, and for the sake of one more lap, could have lifted slightly. He has previous Monaco, easier said than done. And look, I was getting excited watching that from my couch, let alone how it must have felt in the car. So I don't doubt that whatsoever in terms of, trying to keep a calm head in those situations because it's difficult. But that's why they pay you millions of pounds. Thandie, one more?
Last one from me, which is Andrew E. He says, Perez was driving with full view of the incident about to unfold. He put Sainz and himself in a situation where a crash was almost guaranteed. Bottom line, Perez could have done more to avoid that than Sainz. Interesting.
There you go. And I'll just read out Mary because she's the queen, always commenting. Mary says racing incident. So, and I think, look, it's a racing incident where I think both parties could have done better.
Yeah.
It's just such a pair of bozos. Like, honestly, it was
bozos. How did you all get your seat?
Like, it's so avoidable. Like, I just don't. He didn't need to do that, and it was so dramatic as well.
Incredibly irrelevant within Formula One, just trying to get a little bit of fame. Oh, that was mean. That was mean. That was a bit mean. Do I feel bad?
No.
No. You guys wanted a conversation about you.
Huh?
I said they wanted a conversation about them, and here it is.
No, here it is. Look, I think at the end of the day, this is what I mean. Like this is that.
At the end of the day, the day's got to end.
At the end of the day, the day's got to end. I just think this, again, top drivers don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like I said, Oscar and Charles, I think that defense from Oscar where, he made a decision like, I'm going to defend the inside, and he defended it and Charles couldn't get past and whatever, right?
Yeah.
Charles didn't go into the back of, going back to the George thing, sorry. How many times have you seen Oscar Piastri run off the track on his own, hit the wall, anyway. That's not good. So, I just think, I don't know. I just find that that's why you two are number 2 drivers.
Yeah.
That's why you'll never lead a top team, because you do shit like that and it's so unnecessary, and you both have basically lucked into a podium, right? There is no need for you to if it was for the lead, I'd get it. It's second place.
Yeah.
And there's 2 or 3 laps to go. Just get him the next lap, bruv. Whoever decides to go behind, get him the next lap. Anyway,
in the words of Rihanna, good luck booking that stage you speak of.
Good luck. Well, definitely good luck at Williams. Do you know what I mean? Respectfully. Although, to be fair, they may come up in our star of the day, donkey of the day, Thandie.
Yeah.
Who is your star of the day?
My star of the day is the lovely. Why have I forgotten his name now? It's just lost my head. Piastri, of course. I had Perez in my head. Sorry. The lovely Piastri of the Papaya Army. because the drive that he showed this weekend, the drive that he showed on Sunday was for the history books, one for the checklist. I think for anyone who's a fan of him, you should be very, very proud of that performance. And yeah, go Piastri Hive, we live.
Piastri Hive, we live. Whether it's 1 minute after the race or 1 day, we're still there.
So mean, man.
So
Mhm.
my star my star of the day. You know what? I'm gonna give it to two people. I want to
Okay.
say well done to Williams for getting two cars in the points, but I want to give it to
Oh yeah, shout out
Franco.
Williams.
Yeah, shout out Williams, Franco Colapinto, and Ollie Behrman,
Franco
who
and Ollie.
I think Franco especially. I think in his second race, what a drastic improvement on. I'm so happy we could just say now categorically, Logan Sargent, what the fuck were we doing there? Like, what
He was
was
bringing in that
like,
American money. You have to sometimes just, they call it, in Zim culture, you call it something like touching the beard of the person who has the wallet,
Right, okay. Sometimes you've got to feel the fabric of someone's fiber. Do you know what I mean? I get it. But hi.
Yeah, he was really American for it. He was really embarrassing for any of the Americans. Like, I don't know if we've actually seen someone as embarrassing as him since maybe Nikita Mazepin.
I think he was on Latifi Mazepin levels.
Yeah,
like
Mazepin.
I think Marzipan.
Marzipan, the cake guy.
Like he. He was, you know how bad you have to be for Americans to not claim you.
Mate, the Americans were so embarrassed. Do you know how much I used to love winding up Americans being, oh yeah, but you guys have Ollie, What about Ollie?
Ollie?
Chris, any thoughts on Ollie?
Oh, Ollie Behrman.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, look, for sure. I just think Franco Colapinto, really good performance over the whole weekend. I like how he drives; he's quite aggressive. He goes for it in every session. Obviously, that could be to his detriment sometimes, but this weekend he seems to have got it right. And I was talking to on the other podcast I was on, and they were saying that if you know Spanish, his Spanish interviews are just like swagged out. Like he's got so much. He's got like personality. He's like hitting on like the female interviewers and being like charming and shit.
I love personalities in Formula One, man. Let's go.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell. I think he got. There's an interview with Ted. And Ted was like, oh, so, you were born in Italy. And Franco was like, I don't know where you've got that from. I'm not. No. And he was quite firm with it. And like, he's like, no, I'm not.
Look, I love the Gen Z. I love the Gen Zs. Bring all the Gen Zs into Formula One, man. I love the little Gen Zs, man.
So I think, him and Ollie Behrman, great result for Ollie Behrman again. I think he obviously did better than Hulkenberg. He did. He was one place ahead of Nico Hulkenberg. So, oh god, they're only 3/10 apart in the end. So yeah, I just think really good result for both of them. But I love the little how much these two love Lewis Hamilton. Is incredible. It's so heartwarming, and to see like Franco's been going great. Like Lewis Hamilton mentioned Franco Colapinto. Franco's like, oh my god, actually, let me read it, because it's actually this comment is like, this is what Formula One should be about.
Yeah.
Like, honestly. Chris, could you get it back up again?
Feels
Sorry.
like you just touched the garment of Jesus, the way you commented under that post.
Bro, he was literally like...
your cloth. Mate. Love that song.
Oh, God. I was about to sing a song. I was going to say, You Saved Me. I was going to sing it, and then I realized who wrote that song.
Okay. Who?
America.
Okay, no. Absolutely not. Who like a cookie? No, stop. Stop. Never mind.
Right. Right. So Franco says, I've got it here, don't worry. Franco says, Lewis, to shake hands with you after a race was one of the most special moments I've had in my life. Really appreciate how much respect you showed. Really looking forward to meeting you back on track soon. That's not even like the most like. There's one where he says in like, I think it's Spanish. Please don't kill me if it's Portuguese, but I think it's Spanish, and it's on his stories, and he reposts Lewis's post, and I don't know if this is real, but he's like, who is your goat? I know who mine is. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it says. It says Este tu idol. I'm
Please
butchering
don't. I
Spanish.
knew you were gonna don't.
All right, I'm gonna have to read it. Este tu idolo porque el mío sí, and then he says, yeah, for me.
He said, yeah.
Yeah. So is this your idol? Because it's mine. Yeah, I just think it's great. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for butchering that Spanish. Like,
please, can we dub over that part, please, Chris? Dub over it and get ChatGPT to say it, please. Please.
Let me live. I'm trying to take us international.
He said, do you know what I mean? And then he said, yeah.
Yeah. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
I studied French, so.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
I did French as well, but that was...
Jambon.
Look, oui, Paris aujourd'hui.
Bellissimo.
Yeah, bellissimo. You know what, yeah, I'm actually gonna learn. I think I'm gonna learn Italian. Oh, did I tell you I've been learning the Italian national anthem?
Have you? Yes, you did actually. I think you mentioned it to me the other day. Actually, you actually like. Okay, so if we make a goal like for the last episode of the year that you sing it for us, please, Nyash.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Hold them accountable, guys. Hold them accountable.
Hold me accountable. What, is this the Christmas show or the Abu Dhabi show? How much time have I got?
Let's say the Abu Dhabi show, because I guess we're saying goodbye to Mercedes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's a good way. Yeah, going to a new team. Here's the national anthem.
Yeah. I'll learn a sentence in Italian too.
Are you going to learn Italian?
A sentence. I said a sentence. Thank you.
A sentence. Okay, cool. I'm going to learn Italian because I want to learn Italian and I think it will come in useful. So, so yeah, I think if I'm going to do that, and I'll update you every week. It will be like Nyasha's Italian corner.
Yeah.
Ciao,
Bella.
Ciao, Bella. Oh my God, I've been speaking to someone in Italy recently, and they're so lovely. It's like this older Italian lady, and she just keeps saying things like "bene, bene." It's so sweet.
I love. You see, now we were dealing with Brits. We're dealing with Brits in Milton Keynes. Now we're getting belle. You see?
Bene. Okay. See, bene.
Instead of yeah, mate.
Okay.
Right, yeah, mate.
Okay. Ciao. Oh, ciao.
Love.
Love that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Donkey of the day.
Donkey.
Sorry, can I just say, sorry. I love the kids loving Lewis because that's what it should be like. It's so nice to feel that love for Lewis, to have that respect for Lewis, which I don't think we saw with the generation above these guys. Alex Albon aside, I think, obviously George is a bit of a hard on because it was his idol, but then it became his rival, and idols become rivals.
Valentino Rossi situation, yeah. I think it's almost like...
Sorry, what? What did you just say?
I said Valentino Rossi and Marc Marquez situation.
What? When did you start doing MotoGP?
I told you, I watched MotoGP. Like, do you not want to believe me? I genuinely watch MotoGP. I'm very close to getting a motorcycle.
Let's go. Watch his MotoGP once. Oh, yeah, it's like a Marc Marquez and Valentino Rossi situation.
And it's not even once as well. You're just jealous because you're scared I want to start a MotoGP podcast with someone else who respects me.
Oh my God. This girl. That is hilarious. Oh my. No, fair play. That was so good. I really respect that. I love how you're getting into it. Thank you. Yes, it's a difficult situation. Yeah. Whereas, I think these guys are unashamedly Lewis Hamilton fans, like to the point where they are fanboying over Lewis, like to the point where it's actually like, hold it down, like act like you've been here before.
Act like you've been in the section. Yeah.
Like, do you mean, like, okay, but you know what, man? What are we gonna do if it ever happens, bruv? Like, what are we like? Say we got like the Lewis Hamilton like shout out.
Look,
like,
you saw me shout his name at Austin. You saw me shout.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
you saw me do that, and I'll do it again, even if it's Yuki Tsunoda or Lewis. I don't care.
Yeah, you're. I was going to say something wild, but that's fine. So, donkey of the day.
Yes. I don't care if it was a racing incident or not. I'm putting both those bozos in. Both of them. Because while I do think it was Carlos Sainz's fault, I also think, Perez, fix up. What were you doing there? You both should have known better. You're actually grown, man. You know better. You've been in the sport for a very long time, both years. That could have been avoided.
Yeah.
So you both in
no
there.
doubt.
Put them both in the gulag.
So yes, they're not good. And I think I'm with you in terms of, I've got a different donkey of the day, but I think for me, just no better. Like, what are we doing here? Like, it was such an avoidable accident, and I'm thankful for it, for the entertainment value. But like, really and truly, like, come on, guys.
That was really dangerous, because if you look at the way he crushes him, like, bruh, like that was so silly.
Yeah, no, for sure. My donkey of the day is Mercedes AMG Petronas F1 team. Get these when you've handed in your notice and you've just got no more like fucks to give about work. That's how I feel about this team right now. I feel like I got 7 more races, and then I'm free. I'm like Nicole Kidman after the divorce, like feel the rain on your skin.
Like, it for you.
Only you can let it. I'm telling you now. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Teddy. I know. I was just thinking, like, I'm like, it's just. I'm sorry, my dog is pissed off. I just woke him up. I just think like. This whole thing with the car, being fine on Fridays, and then we get to Saturdays, and then they can't heat up the tires, so then they're crap in qualifying, and then we get to the race, and it's even crapper in the race, and I'm just like, what is this team is so unserious. The team principal is so unserious. Thandie, do you think there's a conspiracy?
On what?
I know Chris does.
On what?
Do you think they're sabotaging Lewis's car to make George look better? People are pointing to the tire temps.
For time. They've been doing that for time.
Do you reckon?
Are they sabotaging his car for George? No, guys, I actually just think they're shit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's sabotage at all. I think maybe they're sabotaging Lewis through interviews and press conferences, 100%. But I think they're just rubbish. They fell off.
Do you know what it is? I always say to like, and like, bear with me here. I always say to people who are like COVID conspiracy theorists, and they were like, it was, you know, they did this to get more control over us, and they did this to, you know, it was fake or whatever, right? And I always say that COVID was an unfortunate situation that was pounced upon and capitalized by incompetent governments for their own benefit, right? In terms of, you look at, like, you know, I don't want to get too political, but you look at like government contracts, etc., whatever. I think that Mercedes are bad, and that Lewis Hamilton's car on setup is bad, and I just don't think they can be asked to fix it properly. I just don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think there's that fire, willingness, or desire to appropriately go through the process of making it exactly to how Lewis is liking, or to make sure that all processes are being followed. I just think they're highly incompetent with an equally high level of, I would say, apathy towards Lewis Hamilton at the moment, which I think results in some of the things that we're saying. I would like to think that the theory that they are, and I'm not saying this is what I'm saying is better, but I'd like to think that there's too many people involved for them to be able to sabotage Lewis's car consciously.
Yeah.
But it sounds, I'm not massively into conspiracy theories, I'm not, but this whole thing of the car being fine on Friday and then all of a sudden on Saturday it's not, is ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous. And then a component wasn't built correctly on Saturday, so they have to change the engine. And then
off, man.
And then it's just like, this team is so, like, 1 minute they're like incredible, the next minute they're pants. It's never in between. I'm bored of it. I'm done with it. I'm looking at Ferrari, and look, to be honest, Ferrari, it almost feels like anytime Ferrari are good, Mercedes are bad, and then Mercedes are bad, Ferrari are good, and it doesn't, you know. I'm not saying Ferrari are the most consistent team in the world, but you know what? I've tasted so much of this Mercedes horrible soup, gruel, the shit they were feeding
Oliver Twist.
Oliver Twist, and no, sir, I don't want any more. I'm done. I'm done.
That is so funny.
I'm done. So I think that's my view on it. When I look at like the conspiracy theories, I don't want to doubt. I don't want to shit on people who do think that. I think there's. How do I describe it? I can respect people who would believe that there could be foul play, especially in trying to maintain the image of one driver over another. One driver who is going to be the leader of the team for the next couple of years, at least. But it's just weird. It's weird, and I don't like things that can't be explained. In a sport where you have all the data, you have all the fucking knowledge, you have the smartest people on earth, why can't you do something simple, such as keep the car the same from one day to the next? It don't make sense. And that's my thoughts. And that's why I'm giving them Donkey of the Day.
I'd give yourself a round of applause.
Thank you. Chris has chirped it again. Like, and they said Max and Checo were in the same car. This fucking guy, he will not let me lose that car.
Chris stays on your ass. I love that.
He's on me, bro.
Chris stays on your ass, like, rightfully so, because we all watched the argument happen. We all watched it happen. So he's right. He's correct.
No, for sure, for sure. Right. Okay. Let's read out some more of your tweets. Thandie, here's the link. Where is it? There you go. Right. God, my voice is extra gravelly today. Apologies. Right. So I'm gonna go with. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going to go with Ranch at Ranch Dingus, part of the Pit Stop Fracker crew, who says, and this is another reason why I can't stand Mercedes. Bearman, that's another car. Another points finish. That's very true. 2 different cars, 2 different points finishes. I think that's a really good point. I think that's incredible. Donkey, Mercedes strategy. Why not mix things up with Lewis? Why are we starting from Antarctica? Why are we starting from not even Azerbaijan? We're starting in freaking Hong Kong. Why? Oh, why are we starting on medium tires when everyone around us is on mediums? Like, Lewis is the hard tire guy. If anyone can make a set of hard tires last, it's Lewis Hamilton. Why put both cars on the same track? I just don't understand. Anyway, yeah, not for me. Anyway, over to you.
Okay, my first one is Rosemary. Nice to see you last weekend, Rosemary.
We were matching.
So her star is Oscar. Her donkey is Merc Tires. And her talking point is reason behind another Mercedes dip. Pardon? Oh, reason behind another Mercedes dip, McLaren #1 driver next season. And McLaren #1 driver next season.
Yeah, no, I heard it all. Sorry, I was thinking. Are you asking me that question?
Open to anyone in the conversation. I mean, there is only us two.
Big up Rosemary, by the way. We were wearing matching stripy blue and white tops. She looked better than me though. So, I think it's going to be the same as this season. You know, I think they're going to fight until summer, and then if it's a situation where there needs to be a #1 driver, they will. I don't think they'll be separated until the latter stages of the season, to be honest.
I agree.
So I think they're both going to have to go at it. And I think that might open the door. I mean, look, the thing is, at Ferrari, you're going to have Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. You'd assume that they'll both be. I'd really like to think that Lewis will be able to qualify. If you look at the way Sainz is qualifying compared to Leclerc, there's a bit more of a consistency. Like, these wild variances we're getting with Lewis and Mercedes, I just don't think they'll be there at Ferrari. So I do think Charles might have the edge on Lewis slightly in the qualifying, that race pace from Lewis in a Ferrari, you know, so you've got 2 Ferraris potentially who could fight for a world championship. Obviously, you've got George, if Mercedes sort it out, who knows what Kimi can do. Obviously, McLaren have got Lando and Oscar, and then you've got Max. So, you know, 6 people potentially vying for a world title next year. So maybe McLaren might have to put their energy towards one driver if they're taking points off each other too much. Who knows? But if everyone's taking points off each other, then everyone's taking points off each other.
Yeah.
So we will see. Who am I going to read out today? Oh, yes. So I'm going to go with Tej, ever focused, long time listener. Glad to see you're back. Star Oscar. That kid is special. Dude, Max. Mads was struggling. I love to see it, don't we all? Talking point. Papaya Rules. Funny how fast the night changes. Red Bull was cheating for real. Mercedes stink.
They was cheating for real. We saw
they was cheating for real.
Open my curtains. The bins haven't been taken out. The lawn looks trash. It's only a matter before
dogs barking.
The for sale sign's about to go up, guys.
Yeah, 100%. You're going to see the U-Haul turn up. The U-Haul. U-Haul. What's your next one?
My next one is Crystal Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, what up?
Okay.
Brooklyn, we
Brooklyn,
go
man.
hard.
No
Brooklyn,
lie.
we go on.
You
we
know
go
it
on.
is. Brooklyn. Okay.
We're singing two different songs.
Yeah, I know.
We're
I'm
like
singing Jim
that.
Jones.
We're like, I'm singing Jay-Z, Brooklyn, we go hard, featuring Santi Gold.
Okay.
We're like out of key like that white Afrobeats DJ that was on that video. Respectfully.
Culture FM for the culture. Yeah.
For the culture.
For the culture.
For the culture. Hey, gotta share the culture with everyone.
Trust me. Trust me.
Okay. Also, Joe Budden, get off Tyler's dick. Yeah.
No.
I want to say that now.
You should be defending Tyler.
I am. I'm saying get off. Like,
yeah, get off. Get the fuck off her dick. You man want her to whine and dine and whine and do two on Usher. Are you dumb? Don't be stupid.
She's a respectful African woman.
Yeah.
Okay. She's not gonna. I'm sorry. I'm just like
back it up on Joe. I mean on Usher. Come on now.
On Usher.
He's an uncle to her, bro.
Bro, she's 22.
Baby girl. That's a
shawty super thick. She said she's 22. Sorry.
Brooklyn. Anyway, Crystal said her star is Piastri, of course. Her doo-doo is Perez, which I presume that means that she's on my side about this crash, right?
Yeah.
No, that means she's not on my side, actually, because her
Perez
doo-doo is Sainz.
Oh, yeah, you said it was Sainz's fault. Yeah.
And then she said the talking point should be the crash. Well, Crystal, babe, you know my opinion, but we should all just come together as Team LH and call these two bozos out, you know?
Yeah.
The first step is us calling them bozos. The next step is finding some good junction about how we feel around the Papaya Army and Max Verstappen, but baby steps.
Yeah, that can come later. Yeah, baby steps. Okay, last one from me as there's no guest. Rushe _C. Saturday Piastri. Doo-doo, Sainz and Checo, because what was that? What was that? And Mercedes putting Lewis and George on the same strat. Talking point, Mercedes loss of pace. Hey. Where has it gone? Hey.
Hey, yo, guys. Yo.
Hectic?
Shout out the South Africans, man. Shout out Tyler.
Shout out Tyler. Could you give us one more and then we'll go?
Yeah, I'll give you one more. Let me have a scroll.
44.
Okay.
22.
Okay, I am going to say Zay 105, Free Congo, Love 44, Roscoe. She said her star is Oscar with loads of hearts. I hear it, baby girl. And then her doo-doo is Max Verstappen, Checo, Norris, Mercedes, AMG. Oh, she came. She loaded the clip. She
came. Hold on. She said, huh?
She said,
what? The thing was jammed.
She said she's letting it all off. And then she said, George cannot keep getting away with this. Red Bull is so finished. Baby girl, we know. You're speaking to the choir. Preach. Losing constructors to the orange team. Long day. Long day.
Long day. Long life.
Long day. Long day. But that's what it is, baby girl. We need to keep our unity and our eyes on the prize. Guys, I don't want to hear you man chatting about Max Verstappen winning over the Papaya Army. Let's be very let's think about this very carefully right now. Let's they are not our mates. They would sell us for a tomato, yeah?
They used to
sell us for a tomato.
Respectfully.
There you go.
So
please, anytime you think about Max Verstappen winning, I want you all to just think about Kelly and that black that playlist, guys, and that little emoji she used. I want you guys to think carefully about that emoji. And for those who don't know, Google it. There we go. Black men, what are you doing? Please, don't let us down.
Oh no, I'll never let you down. I'll never let you down. And I want you to know, when we were in America, there was baddies all over America. I wanted to go on record.
Right.
Before, I don't want anyone to think that I went to America and I didn't see any baddies in Austin. There were beautiful black women all over Austin.
Gigs podcast.
Hey,
Shout out Shits and Gigs. Were you mind kicking with the rednecks? You guys saw Americans, you started kicking and you threw black women under the bus. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Never on Quick Stop F1.
When I was in Austin, all I saw was beautiful black women. From the front row to the back row.
And I'd like to stay on record that when I was in Texas, I saw some beautiful black men and women.
Yeah.
And all my exes do certainly live in Texas.
Yeah. Like you're George Strait. So I just wanted to get that across in case I don't want any rumors about me. I don't want people try going through the files. You go and look at every live show video. I actually am visibly taken aback by the amount of beautiful women in the crowd. I make a comment every time. So I don't want to get caught up in a black men Rico thing. The black UK men Rico that's going on right now.
Podcast men Rico, we're all staring at you. No. Weird. How can you get on a podcast with some new redneck Americans where they're like, yeah, black women are a problem, aren't they? And you're like,
that's crazy. You're laughing like hyenas.
You're embarrassing.
Laughing like Ed from The Lion King, bro. That's insane. Look, if you don't get what we're talking about, it's probably for the best. Stay off Twitter. It's a cesspit.
Yeah.
Cool. That is it. Thank you very much. Thandie, you've been, I think it's been my favorite 2-person one. It's a really nice 2-person one.
Thank you. Thank you.
We've had some practice, obviously. Shout out to Octagon for is that a research piece online?
Yeah, I don't know if it's online. I will double check for everyone. But yeah.
Thandie, do you want to explain? Because I think we don't talk about our wins enough.
Yeah, because people complain because we talk at the start of the show and they're like, hey, we don't care about your personal lives, you losers. Talk about Formula One. So basically, the past year, I have been working with Octagon to create an F1 research piece. I wish I had it close by. It was just a fan. I was speaking on behalf of all you guys. At Quick Stop F1, we built such a beautiful community. And what's so important about all of us is we're so diverse. We're around the world. We all have different names that we shout every day, and it's amazing. We have Kristen Brooklyn, and then we have people in South Africa. We have people in Australia, and that is a fan base of people who have an opinion. And so I was a part of a beautiful research to kind of give insight to Formula One, and it has been shared with Formula One and some other great companies I would not know at the top of my head, but we'll find out for those who are wondering. And it's a great interview featuring me, featuring some other cool fans and people who love Formula One and love to keep making it a wonderful experience for those involved. So if I do find out some more about the research and how you guys can get access, I will do. But that is basically what went on. The next morning, I did have a lot of messages from people like, oh my God, I can't believe you guys did a show. We didn't even tell it. No, guys. No. But it
wasn't a live show.
I will say the diehard Quick Stop F1 fans are going to find us either way. Just hype up. I told that man outside. Hectic. I saw outside and I was like, what are you guys doing here? They're like, oh, we found out about it. And they were there, front row and center. Shout out you if you were there. Shout out you if you supported. Shout out the people, because sometimes it's nice in a crowd when it's a foreign crowd to kind of see a familiar face who's just nodding at you and knows what you're talking about. So if you did, find out about that event and turn up, thank you so much for being there. Nyashi?
Yeah, no, it was really cool. I think I'm really proud of you. Being spotlighted like that, I think it further kind of, I think often imitated, but never really, copied. Like, I mean, I feel like,
often imitated. They try it every time.
Often imitated.
But you can't replicate this.
No,
Mhm.
and I think I was just very proud to
Thank
be able to be alongside you at that event and to be able to, I guess, for a corporate event to kind of book us to do a live show. And I think like what it made me realize is that there's, look, people are probably locked off this podcast by now. Like, who the fuck are these guys? But I guess for the people who are staying around, who do, who do care, I think, I think what we've built at Quickstop F1 is really special.
Mhm.
And I think, that could have been quite daunting
Yeah.
if that was our first live experience.
Yeah.
It was a very, how do I describe it? It was a very intimate setting. We're looking at 30 people, 35, 40. I don't want to say more than 35. So, it could be quite intimidating. And just like people give you a microphone, all right, talk, entertain us.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that we were able to do that, we were able to have some really good discussions on women in F1 and new fans in F1 and the business side of F1 and marketing in F1. And I think that we both kind of carried ourselves really well in a room full of some pretty heavy hitters. And I think it was quite cool for us to, I think it was nice for us to show that side of us. I think obviously everyone probably gets the sound bites and the clips and so forth. But I think you guys who listen know that we are quite a layered podcast in what we can talk about and don't talk about, and bring to the table. So I just think it was really good, and I think there'll be some really cool things that come out of it. Hopefully, shout out to Maria at Octagon for sorting that all out. That was really cool.
Honestly, if you are trying to find the piece, just hammer down Octagon, type in octagon.com, find out what they're about. They're really cool.
Yeah.
And just ask them about that research piece because they will share it with you 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, if you are interested, and we'll try and find it and try and share it online ourselves. And but yeah, shout out to the people who were there. Really appreciate that. We should hopefully have some exciting news on a couple of bits and bobs.
Yeah, if you were there and you heard some news, some exclusive, thank you for keeping it off Twitter.
Yeah, please keep it to yourselves.
I might reward you with
just
some.
know that. Yeah, exactly. But just know that, this year was a bit of a weird one, obviously, for some of us. So we're back. We're operational. Oh my God, sorry. And we're going to do some really cool things to end the year and next year. There's going to be a really, really, really groundbreaking thing that I think we're going to do. So yeah, keep your eyes out, keep your ears peeled, eyes open. And then we'll go from there. But thank you guys for turning up. Thank you for watching. If you have got this far and you like what you see, you like what you hear, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We've only 58 away
from 5K.
58 away from 5K. Like, guys, let's get to that 5K. Like, I need that now. Come on. Like, I need that. I need that. So please, can we get to the 5K? Leave us a rating on Spotify, obviously a review on Apple, and of course the Spotify's the Patreon's there for the ad free. Tasha will see you on Saturday with the Saturday show. Big up to Tasha and Fatima.
Big up Tasha and Fatima.
Who put on like a great show on Saturday. Really enjoyed that. So if you're looking for post quali stuff, you can go back and listen to that. And yeah, we'll be back next week after the Singapore Grand Prix, which will be fun.
Shout out Paris is actually there. Shout out Paris.
Yeah, shout out Paris is there. That's a
my dream.
bucket list Grand Prix. Yeah, definitely. Look, Jesus, the ghetto. No, not Singapore, sorry. A police car just went by Thandie's house and I was like, God, East London, what a ghetto. Singapore, gorgeous. Gorgeous place. East London, not so much. The ghetto. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I've had a lot of fun today. I hope you guys have. And remember, no matter what life throws at you, keep it on the black stuff. I love you so much.
I used to say it all the time, and then
because you said that you didn't like it when I teed you up, and then you said, so you do want to say it?
No, continue saying it. It's fine. It's your thing now.
Okay. No matter what life throws at you,
Keep it on the black stuff.
this fucking girl, like, do you know what I mean? The fuck? This girl's on Von Dutch time. Fucking hell.
Von Ducci. Don't make fun of the Von Ducci, okay? I was staying hard on my Von Ducci, guys. I love me a Von Ducci. Please, don't let this man chat shit about my Von Ducci, man. Bye.
Okay, well, by keeping on the black stuff, remember that Nyasha loves black women from all over the world. I'm not involved in this Black Men podcast weekend. See you later. Goodbye. Look, mate, if you've got this far, clearly you like what we do. So here's a link to subscribe to the Quicks Up F1 family. Give that a click. And here's another link to some more cool on our channel. Sorry, cool stuff. And remember, no matter what happens, keep it on the black stuff. Click the stuff. Click the links. Click the links. Click the links. There. They're there.